know how to have a friendly argument? Now, I'm not talking about one of those, does pineapple really go on a pizza kind of argument, because I bet a lot of you have had one of those. I'm talking about a friendly argument when it comes to our politics or our values. If you say yes, well then, go ahead and rest your eyes. My only request is no snoring. But if you say no, well then join the club, because I sure didn't either. So make sure to pay attention, because today I'm going to share something that can help us. As a sixth grader, I've grown up watching America struggle with its contradictions. I've also become aware of the fact that I'm a contradiction too. However, I've found somebody that can help us, and the same person has helped America with its contradictions as well. And her name is Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, also known as the notorious RBG. Let's start by turning to my old friend Martha for a definition of contradiction and what a justice is. A contradiction is a situation or ideas that are in opposition to each other, while a justice is a judge on the Supreme Court. These are some of America's contradictions: freedom and discrimination, inequality and equality, atheist and religious. These parts of the community represent America's past and present, then and now. So you decide, is a contradiction a bad thing? Take, for instance, the intriguing friendship between Justice Ginsburg and recently deceased Justice Antonin Scalia. Despite differentiating judicial opinions, they were, as Ginsburg said, best buddies. They, as the Washington Post says, stood as an example of warmth and professionalism across traditional divides. Though each were different parties, the opinion of the law didn't intervene in what is now a 22-year-long friendship, all the way to the end. Many Americans believe we as a nation have lost the ability to discuss our differences, our contradictions. Consequently, we have lost the competency to discuss and resolve problems. These friends pose as an example to discuss and resolve problems in a friendly and polite manner. After Scalia's death, Ginsburg referenced an opera about the late friend, saying in a statement about her late friend. Toward the end of the opera, Scalia and Ginsburg sing, "We are different, we are one, different in our interpretation of written texts, one in our reverence for the Constitution and institution we serve." She is known for saying that you can disagree without being disagreeable. On the Supreme Court, she dissents, which means she skillfully writes a speech and makes her marks. A dissent is to hold a different opinion from the majority, then writing a given speech stating why the minority disagrees with the commonly held opinion, pursuing to convince others to join her opinion. She continues to make the U.S. equal as a Supreme Court judge, and they have that job for life. Her nickname, the Notorious RBG, is off of the name of the rapper, the Notorious B.I.G., who fought for survival and for his music to be heard, just like she fights for equality. We should all be encouraged to fight for what we believe in, just like RBG. Despite fame and victories, Ruth has been through a lot of hard situations. When her mother died, she couldn't partake in her funeral because only men were allowed to be there. When she was a lawyer, she couldn't get a job at first because she was a woman, a Jew, and a mother. These are just a few instances throughout her life where she had to overcome anti-Semitism and misogyny, the discriminations against Jews and women. Not only did she face many hard situations, but she also has many contradictions like small-statured and impactive, soft-spoken and bold, and disagreeing without being disagreeable. She uses her contradictions to form it as an example and change the world. I'm going to think of some of my contradictions so that you can think about yours too. Well, I'm easygoing and responsible, athletic and clumsy, and okay, I'm hardworking and sometimes lazy. But most importantly, my parents are from the Indian and in the UK. My mom's parents and two brothers immigrated to the United States from India over 50 years ago. My dad's family immigrated to the United States from the United Kingdom over 250 years ago. Debating the claim of U.S. citizenship based on race or religion is a contradiction to me, because the only difference in my family's claim to U.S. citizenship is based on when they came here and where they came from, not why they came here. How people arrive here is one of America's greatest struggles to overcome, and that'd be a great TED Talk for a much older, wiser adult. Thank you.